Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham briefing for Monday, the 10th of June, 2024. The synoptic position yesterday at lunchtime is shown here with the occlusion quite far north in the picture as far as England's concerned. And if we run that through midnight tonight, you can see it's a bit of a mix and match of frontal systems working their way down the country. But by lunchtime today, most of the frontal systems have moved south of the UK, and there's a bit of a trough from the North Sea into sort of the North Norfolk coastline, but that should stay out to the east of us, and we should get some decent flying in today. The 1,000-foot wind showing 330 20 knots to the north and 330 15 to the south of us. I'm going to try and set up for a 2-7 operation, but if we do have trouble with cable management, then we may move round onto 3-4, but it's highly unlikely we'll do that. The sat pic shows this band of cloud associated with the fronts and the trough. That's the trough right here. All moving to the east of us, and basically to the west, things are clearing up quite nicely. The rain mimics that with the frontal systems and the trough here. Again, you can see it's all moving as per the sat pic. And moving on to the forecast rain, if we just run that forward from 9 o'clock, you can see that there are a few showers to the north, but they seem to keep fizzling out until about mid-afternoon, late afternoon, and then maybe one or two develop in this area. It'll be hit or miss as to whether we actually see one here at Lasham or not. And into the evening for the evening groups, it's exactly the same. There may be one or two more showers around this area, but hopefully we should be able to fly all day. Local forecast then is showing a little bit overcast in the morning, and looking at the looking out the window, we've got that cumulus forming, but it's kind of filling in quite quickly, maybe perhaps over convecting a little bit, but that should break up again as the day goes on. With, as I said earlier, a potential shower late in the afternoon. Temperatures today well below average for this time of year. 12, 13, 14 centigrade in the middle of the afternoon. It's going to be pretty chilly out in the airfield, particularly with 14, 15 knots north to northwesterly wind. There's a fair bit of a chill factor in that, and the air mass itself is pretty cold. UV-wise, a bit of sunscreen might be required today. We've got 5s and 6s in there's a major part of the day. Looking at temperatures from GFS, they're forecasting 13 around this area with a dew point of 7. And if we have a look at the current weather at Lasham, this was just a few moments ago, they're looking at 10 centigrade with a dew point of about 6.5. Looking out the window then, the camera is showing that we've got plenty of cumulus with blue gaps, and it's all sort of developing quite nicely. Odium are suggesting that up until about 7 o'clock this evening, 320, 12 knots, greater than 10k visibility with scattered clouds, 1,800 feet. Becoming between now and 11 a.m., a few clouds at 2,200 with a 30% chance that temporarily between now and 10 a.m., the wind being 330, 16, gusting 26 knots. 7 kilometers in rain, and scattered at 1,400 feet, and then temporarily between 11 and 1 o'clock this afternoon local, scattered at 2,300 feet, and a 40% chance that temporarily between 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock this evening, visibility down to 7 kilometers in showers and rain. Farnborough, not too dissimilar, up until 4 o'clock this afternoon, they're showing 330, 12 knots, greater than 10k visibility, scattered at 3,000 feet. And then temporarily between now and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 6 kilometers in showers and rain, with a 30% chance that temporarily between now and 10 a.m., broken at 1,400 feet. Excuse me again. And a 30% chance that temporarily between 1 and 4 this afternoon, down to 3 kilometers in heavy showers and rain. I guess they're just that little bit further east and closer to the trough. Sky Sight are showing a potential flight distance of quite poor around the Lasham area. If anyone can manage to get out into the better weather, then obviously going west into sort of Somerset area or northwest into Wales, that's where your best weather is going to be. It'll be quite difficult getting there, though, I'm sure. They're showing locally here cloud base starting quite low at about 2,000 feet above mean sea level. It's only 1,500, 1,400 feet above sight, but going up throughout the day, perhaps reaching about 5,000 feet above mean sea level, just under 4,000 feet local. Sorry, 4,400 feet local, and thermal strengths maybe 3 to 3.5 knot averages throughout the day. So there's potential there for some soaring locally. According to Top Meteo, they're showing a very similar better weather out to the west. And if we have a look at their thermal projection from about 9 o'clock onwards, they're showing about 2,000 feet. With it very, very slowly going up to about 3.5, maybe 4,000 feet during the day. But then they're showing showers from about 3 o'clock onwards, just to the north of us. And by 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, they're all round about us. So there's a slight difference in the two forecasts there. Let's see what transpires. NOTAMs, there's quite a few round about us locally, but it's only 13 Barton Stacey live firing and 18 over here at Ash Ranges, they're active. The other three, 14 is at Rushmore, 17 is Everley, 16 is Burford, not Burford, Blandford. They're not until this evening, so about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock tonight, so you can ignore those. Let's move on to the airfield setup for today then, and a quick chat about the cross-section. This is a cross-section for Odium. We're around about here right now, and as you can see, the front has gone through, and we're starting to get cloud bases rising and queue forming, and throughout the day that cloud base should rise up. There may be the odd shower late in the afternoon. They're saying about 3 o'clock here. Surface winds, as per their TAF, as you would expect, and temperatures plus 10 to plus 13 at the moment, rising to about plus 15 throughout the day. So yeah, chilly day on the airfield. Bookings today, there's going to be 2 K21s with the instructor slots, 1 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and the other K21 will be with the 5-day course all day. There is SH7 is available to be booked, and SH3 is available to be booked. So that effectively gives us 1 K13 free all day, and possibly a K21 in the morning. But there is, I think, a solo pilot may want to use that as well. Instructors are encouraged to add themselves to the busy casual list as usual, although it's not actually busy today. There's only 1 member on there, and he's solo. And the simulator is available if we do get showers. Just a quick reminder about the ABCD checks prior to getting into your glider. I'm not going to labour the point. I'm just going to remind you that it is a PGA mandate, and it is a good idea to carry them out. I'll let you read up on that in your own time. There's no movements today. We're going to set up on runway 27 for a dry operation. There's a small potential to move on to 3-4. The wind is northwesterly to northwesterly all day. So whilst we're on 27, remember to lay off on the winch launch. Please look after canopies today and take care when parking or moving aircraft around the airfield. I very much doubt there'll be a club grid today, but if there's more than 10 gliders come out to grid, then whilst we're on 27, north side of the grass, please. Less than 10 gliders, just join the club area to queue. Any heavy gliders that want to launch obviously go out onto the runway. So here's the setup that we're hoping for initially. We will have a fair bit of a crosswind here. We'll have winching on the grass to the south of the runway, air towing from the runway for the club operation, and any potential grid to the north. And if we do decide to move round onto 3-4, then we shall operate to the east of the disused runway there for winch launching, or air a tow off the taxiway, landing to the left on the grass or well to the right on the grass. Bear in mind the undershoot does have buildings, and if you're further out, the trees, etc., and the campsite. So make sure you land well into the field. That's it for today. Thank you very much for your time. We'll see you out on the airfield. Have fun and keep it safe. Thanks very much.